Hello, you lovely people, and welcome to episode 14 of the Lazy Wealth Creation podcast. As always, guys, thank you very much for tuning in or listening in to our little podcast where we try to maximize your wealth. So, today, for those of you that are watching, you can already see the high vis is on. There's going to be another connection today. Don't know if you can recall the last episode. If you can't, download it now. We'll be talking all about stuff and you go, that's why you wanted a high vis on. Well, this episode, again, we're going to want the high vis. So, money saving tip. Can you, instead of driving to work or driving around your local supermarket, could you possibly cycle? Now, I don't want to turn into a mammal. If you don't know what a mammal is, let me know below. I'm sure someone will be able to help you out. If you do know what a mammal is, put the comment in the link below. And I am definitely not a mammal. You will not see me on a bike. So this one is not something I would do personally. I just want to stress that you're never going to be unfortunate enough to see that. So take a cycle to work, an actual bicycle, rather than taking a bus or a car. It's cheap, easy, it stores simply, and of course, it's free once you've bought it. It's a great asset to have. So that saves you a bit of money, and it's also friendly on the environment as well, even if it's not so friendly for the motorist who wants you to get out the way. Now, why do we talk about cyclists as the money making? Well, if you remember our previous episode, we talked about using Eventbrite to set up events. One of the things that I notice in the area where I live in particular is that we have this beautiful coastline because we're a peninsula. So we got 15 miles of coastline where you get to see Liverpool, you get to see the Irish Sea, and you also get to see North Wales, which is absolutely breathtaking, by the way. So please do come to Wirral if you want to see some lovely, stunning nature views and panoramic views of the nature reserves that we have all nearby. But you can offer a group cycle experience, and there are cyclists all over the world that are mad for going out and doing these sort of 15, 20-mile cycle rides all over the world, and they descend like droves of lunatics in Lycra, and they will come and they will pay you to cycle around the area that you know and stop off at various points where you can let them take pictures and let them enjoy the scenery and so on and so forth. So again, what you can do, get yourself on Eventbrite, start putting out on there, look, we can do cycle stuff, you can put it on social media, you can take pictures as you go, you can get them to tag you in it, Wirral Cycle Tours, hashtag Wirral Cycle Tours. They can then create that sort of, that buzz and that frenzy in your social media campaign. Now, the other thing you can do, you're getting 3 hits in this podcast, guys. I feel like I'm cheating on all the other episodes here because I'm going to tell you 3 different ways to make money from this scheme. So that's the first way. Get your Eventbrite event up there where you're going to offer cycle tours for, 25 quid a head. The insurance, by the way, because I did check this out, you can get insurance as a tour guide for £150 for the year. So in your first cycle trip, you've made your money back on your insurance immediately. So that's worth knowing. Do always get insurance, guys. It's very important. And also, be seen as a cyclist. That's why we've got the high vis on. So the second way that you make money from this, you already know what the route is that you're going to take. And because you know the route, you know where all the stops are because you're planning them. So what you can do is go around your route, find some friendly pubs, find some friendly places to eat, find some friendly places to chill out and relax for half an hour. And you can start to negotiate deals with those local business owners. Stop and have an ice cream at this ice cream shop. £4.50 for a fresh ice cream in Parkgate, which is a place in Wirral. They do the best ice creams, by the way. You want to go there. It's lovely. Go into that ice cream shop. You got 20 people with you, and they all want to buy an ice cream. 20 people times £4.50, 90 quid. So maybe the worst negotiation is you get a free ice cream. Maybe the best negotiation is you get 10%. Maybe you get 10% for every single visit that you do personally, not just on your cycle tours. So you take your mum, you take the dog, you take the kids, and they all get ice cream for 10% off or 20% off. Plus you get free ice cream on the cycle tour. But if it were me, I would want to monetize that and say, look, for every sale that you get, I would like a percentage of that, whether it's 10% or 15%, something along those lines, because you're bringing the customers to the venue. You can do that with a lot of not necessarily national chains, but you can do that with local pub owners and say, look, I'm going to do it on a Sunday. You've got a great Sunday dinner for sort of, $10.99, or we can do a special discount price for my group. It should be $14.99, but you're going to do it for $10.99, and it includes a drink of tea or coffee or pop or something like that. But you're going to pay me 10% of all of the sales for my group. So you can already pre-establish that and even get it pre-ordered if you're using Eventbrite a little bit smarter. So that's the second thing. The third thing you can do, and this doesn't mean you have to do it on a cycle tour, you could do this anywhere, is if you live in a place where there are people who are going to pay to go to events such as an arena or a sporting event, like we've got the Hoylake Golf Course by us, and it's an international golf tournament, or we've got the arena where, Dua Lipa will play or something like that. You can actually sell your car parking spaces. Let me say that again. You can sell your car parking spaces, or more to the point, you can rent them out. So if somebody wants to have a really good car parking space that's near to an event, and you just happen to be able to fit 3 cars on your drive, you could rent out your car spaces, go to car parking apps, Just Park, anything like that. I use these apps myself all of the time. When I go to London, I use those apps, and it costs me sort of like £11 to park all day. If I go to an NCP car park, the same amount of charge would be about 45 quid. So I can monetize my car parking space at my property because it's right by where the golf course would be. And therefore, even if I rent 2 car parking spaces out, that's £45 or £50 per day for every day of the tournament. And if it's on for 14 days, I know that's not consistent income, but it's stuff that you can do to monetize when you're looking at the events around you. Now, what about football matches? How many places where you guys live can you say, well, actually, there's a football ground not too far from me, or a rugby ground, or a tennis centre, or anywhere where there's some sort of local or European or international tournament? You should be looking at things that you can say, well, actually, I could monetize this. What about if there's an arena nearby or another sort of really large social event? You can monetize your car park. So there's 3 different ways to make money there, all from the same strand. So you got real good value on this episode. I hope you're all proud of yourselves. You got more stuff out of me. So cycle to work. That's going to save you some money, but use your cycle. Become a tour guide. Sell the tour guide services. Get money from the pubs and the ice cream shops and all the stops you're going to do along the way, and rent your car parking space out. Even better. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.